All right, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. I didn't think we were going to get a leak of the new set after the art leaked earlier, but here we are. It looks like it was posted on the official Pokemon Pocket account for Korea, or I should say the Pokemon account for Korea. I don't have translations of all this yet. I have no idea what we're about to see. Let's get into it. All right, there's the art we've seen. One pack, it looks like. Suicune. 2 energy. Mantike. We've got some new supporters. Slowking, Milotic. Oh my gosh. The art looks sick. There we have Entei. Also 2 energy. Phanpy. Raikou, 2 energy. All of them 2 energy. There we have Latios and Latias. The 3 of them is our EXs. And we have the new set coming very soon. That's going to be the end of this trailer right here. So we'll go and slow it down a little bit. Again, I don't yet have translations for any of the cards here. Let me see if I can get something. But like last time, we had sort of AI translations, and that didn't turn out super well. Let me lower the volume on this video a little bit right here. Okay. We see the different landscapes that we're going through. The art once again, and they start with Suicune looking like it is the star card of the set. What we can see here is it's 140 HP, a basic with an ability, 2 energy to do an attack, and it's 20 times, so obviously it's not just going to be 20 times the energy it has, right? It's going to have some sort of effect either on your Pokemon or on the enemy Pokemon that will decide how many 20s this does. Very interesting. As we look to this next card here, this is our water baby, right? Which is pretty interesting. We got a little bit of a new baby card for water. We've got a new supporter. That could be very interesting. We've got Slowking coming. Milotic has an ability attached to it and 2 energy for 60, evolving there from Feebas, 120 HP. There's the Entei. Also, that one's 60 plus. The Stunfisk. And now Raikou is just 60 for 2 energy here. I'm going to see if I can translate any of this, but auto-translate, it might not be great. This is 20 plus on, I think they're showing Latias here. And then Latios, which is, Latios requires 3 energy to do 120. They probably pair together in some way, right? We can see if we can get any of these images translated, but again, they're not going to be the full translations, right? They're just going to be Google or whatever doing its best job here, but I can give it a shot. Okay, so I've popped these into a Google Translate. Now, again, please remember that this is translated from the trailer and it might not be accurate. We're going to go into it and see what we have for the new cards here. Suicune EX. Heartbeat of a Legend is its ability. At the end of your turn, if this Pokemon is on the battlefield, help it with one of your cards. So I'm curious. Help it with one of your cards. I wonder what exactly that is trying to say here. If this Pokemon is on the battlefield, help it with one of your cards. And then Crystal Waltz here, it says deal 20 damage to each other's benched Pokemon. I'm guessing it is not your own benched Pokemon here. I'm guessing it is all of your enemies' benched Pokemon while also dealing 20 to the active. It might deal 20 times the amount of Pokemon that are on the bench, or it might deal just 20 to everybody. Like, it just hits everyone on the battlefield for 20 damage for 2 energy. So I'm curious to see what exactly this translates to when we get to see it tomorrow. At the end of your turn, if the Pokemon's on the battlefield, help it with one of your cards. I just wonder what exactly they might mean like that. Like, can you play another supporter or something? I'm very curious what that could mean. And of course, it's a translation, so we shall see. Next, I'm going to go with Entei. The Heartbeat of a Legend. At the end of your turn, if this Pokemon is on the battlefield, draw 1 card from your deck. Whoa! Dang, if that's accurate. So that's so interesting. With Suicune, it is help a Pokemon. Maybe it has some sort of healing. I'm not sure, right? Maybe it's attaching an energy. It didn't seem like it, though. But wow, just having this on the battlefield, you draw cards, insane. Blaze Beat, 60 damage. If 2 additional energies are attached, additional 60 is added. So has a possibility of 120 for 4. That sounds close, I gotta say. That sounds pretty close to this card. I wonder, geez, I wonder if the other one had anything to do with drawing as well. But a card that just allows you to draw an extra card at the end of your turn is pretty amazing here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Raikou, Heartbeat of a Legend. If the end of your turn, if this Pokemon's on the battlefield, draw 1 card from your deck. Okay, wow. So both Raikou and Entei have the same language. I'm curious if this is the case with Suicune or not. That's going to be very interesting. If all of these cards draw, that's crazy. Voltage Bolt, 60 damage, also 10 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, so it does 60 plus 10 to the bench. And you never know. Sometimes it gets the numbers of this wrong. But that seems pretty reasonable. And all of these cards giving you draw is absolutely insane. If, again, this is the correct translation. Next, we're going to take a look at our little, I think it's Mantike, right? Sends 1 energy from your zone and attaches it to a basic Pokemon on your bench. Should be water energy. It's probably exactly what we would have thought this would be, giving water energy to your Pokemon. Water desperately needs something like this, so great. It's great that they have a baby now. I took a look at the Fanfy Stunfisk here. This one just seems to do 50 damage. And this one, it didn't seem to get translated very well for whatever reason. It just couldn't catch it. Maybe I could try one more pass at it with the card a little more facing forward here. It's something about deal, but it just didn't seem to get it right there. For Milotic, it says something about healing communication, and its attack is called Aqua Edge, but it also couldn't read it too well. I wonder if there's a way we could get that a little more clear for the translation, but it says something about healing. At least that's what the like rough translation is finding here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Latios here. It has the ability Cross Flight. If you have Latios on your bench, add 20 damage. So it's just a basic that does either 20 or 40. I wonder if it counts multiple Latios. I would guess it probably doesn't, but it would be kind of interesting if it does, right? And right here we have Latios. Infinite Float. If you have Latios on your field, remove all energy needed for this Pokemon's retreat, which is 2. And then Luster Purge. Trash all energy from this Pokemon. So discard all the energy to do 120. It looks like we have like a different setup, but this almost feels a lot like the Lake Spirit Trio, right? Here we have the Slowbro translated. Throw away carelessly. Summon up to 2 Pokemon items from your ashes and deal 50 damage to them. Wow, I maybe it's because it says throw away carelessly. I wonder if you have discarded items, you deal 50 damage for each item you have discarded. That could be really interesting. For some reason, it's having trouble with the Traveling Peddler back here. Let me see if I can get those a little better. Dang, I'm trying to get the Traveling Peddler here, guys, but it has not given me anything on this. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be probably the end of the road for it. But there you go. We have the new set. We have a lot of the new cards. It looks like it's possible that all of the elemental dogs, yes, they are dogs, have something to do with card draw, but we're not sure as of yet. They all have some pretty interesting attacks that cost 2 energy. We have a new baby for water types. We have a new supporter. We got a lot of new stuff here. So pretty crazy stuff. I can't believe this trailer dropped early on the Korea account, but I mean, Pocket being an international game like this, they just have such a tough time actually having one region be the region that, or not having one region, excuse me, having everything release at the same time without one region making a big mistake and kind of posting everything early. So there you go. We'll be checking out the trailer first thing in the morning, of course, which is this is what this means, right? When we see the art go up this morning and we see this happening now, we have to have a trailer coming this morning. They might even release it tonight at this point based on all of this. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see y'all next time. Let me know what you think of the new cards in the comments. We did it.